there's many places you can start pointing out inconsistencies with this particular event, but for me it's the circumstances. We're told to believe that a lorry is driven into this market as per the arrow at 40 to 50 miles an hour, has managed to hit one stall and then swerve to the left, coming to a complete stop. Now that distance between where it entered and where it stopped is not very big whatsoever. Now the other problem I've got is that this particular picture I found on the BBC website, whereas it's not the first one that I saw. I in fact saw this, and as you can see, the path of the lorry is even less believable because of the way that they've made it change angles and the direction it's come from. Not only that, as it talks about how the suspected driver is arrested in the nearby zoo. Well, that turned out to just be some guy. We didn't really dwell on who this guy was, but it turned out it just wasn't him, and that was that. The other thing with this one is that, a bit like Westminster, where you've got all the cameras turned off, a bit like Jerusalem, where you've got no cameras in the area, this particular area is known for being a no CCTV zone. I believe the Germans decided that this particular area should be camera free in order to recognise the privacy of people, which is fair enough in one hand. At the end of the day, privacy is privacy, but if you're going to stage an event, you don't want the cameras looking. So how about this? ABC have gone as far as making a virtual recreation of this incident, and they try their absolute best to make it look like a truck in fact did this damage in this manner. I mean, look at the direction of the truck itself. Look how it just changes angle just from bouncing off a stall made of wood that is temporary for a Christmas market. Not possible, not correct. No way did this happen this way. How about this for a common theme? Not only did they tend to know who these people are because they were on their radar, this guy happened to leave his ID and they managed to find it a day after searching the cab. I think it was just under the mat in the end. But again, where have we heard this before? Everybody has their question marks over 9/11. Even the average public questioned 9/11, and that was the same sort of thing. You know, these planes are exploding in buildings, the buildings are crumbling down and they're on fire for weeks on weeks, yet the passports, they managed to survive the whole thing. So again, if you can believe that, then you can believe that this could be a piece of fake evidence. And here's the truck. I mean, there's no doubt that it's damaged, you can see that, but the thing is look at the windscreen. Well, to believe that this guy who's never, or has probably never driven a truck before, has then managed to drive 40 to 50 miles an hour, managed to navigate his way through this Christmas market fairly well because he didn't take out too many stalls, and then come to a stop in such a short space of time, whilst the windscreen is looking like this. Again, another thing that just does not look right. Now I just want to quickly backtrack because I don't want anybody going, wait a second though, because I know for a fact that this particular picture that I'm showing you is actually created after the event, because there's a video that I've got that shows this truck intact and people actually stuffing things under and inside of it. So I'll show that later, but what I'm trying to get across here is that just on the circumstances alone, this is what we're led to believe has happened. And then what about the location itself? I mean, you can see that there are bollards there. Bollards are, of course, to stop things driving into pedestrianised areas, but look at it against the picture I've just shown of the damage. Where is the bollard damage? If you went into great detail, which to be honest I don't want to go too far into it, but where this truck is supposed to have finished up, the bollard should be dead square where the number plate is, and there is just no damage consistent with hitting a bollard within that truck. So again, how can that be explained? And then there's this. This particular picture speaks volumes, a bit like the picture that I took showing St Thomas's Hospital across the road from the Marriott Hotel. This picture speaks volumes for many reasons, because one, you can see at the behind that you've got it all cordoned off, so this is the crime scene, this is a picture of a crime scene, yet you've got a picture of a perfectly intact Christmas tree table that hasn't been touched by a lorry that is supposed to have gone through there. Now, this particular event, and I don't want to go too off topic, it's all about the divide and conquer. It's the idea that Muslims against Christianity, because this is a Christmas market and they're trying to attack our way of life, and that's where they create the divide and conquer. It's to sort of get your emotion aspect built in. So that's why I believe this particular picture exists. It's to sort of flare you up and forget about the other things that I'll be pointing out in my videos. Take a look at this picture. Tell me which event this came from. Now, you know it's Berlin because of the fact we're doing a video on Berlin, but if I'd shown you this picture just from nothing, it looks like every single event that we've seen so far. It's all about these candles, you know, it's just a common theme, and they want to make absolutely sure that you see this. And then when you get pictures like this, it sort of links back to the Christmas table thing. You know, I'm talking about the idea of divide and conquer. Yeah, they put this particular picture in the paper. Out of all the people that have laid something, it's this picture that they want you to see. Look how she's putting it in a cross. Look how she's standing up to terrorism. It's absolutely garbage, and it makes me sick seeing stuff like this. Whether she's an imposter in the sense that she's putting it there for the papers, or whether it's the fact that the papers have asked her to do it in this manner for their benefit. And here it is from another angle. You can see two guys in the background taking pictures. This whole scene is unnatural. You've got perfectly placed candles, perfectly placed person who's praying, and you've got two guys making sure they get the money shot for it all. It's not natural, and again, you'll see this in various different pictures, no matter what the event, whether it's little children with stuff written on their faces or placards, whatever it might be. It's all purposely placed to get your emotions going, and again, forget the actual details of the incident. So going back to the lorry, how about this for a picture? As soon as I saw it, I made absolutely sure I grabbed it as quickly as I could just in case it was taken down. What you can see there is a red lorry. Now, the way I'm looking at these things is I'm not trying to immediately jump to conclusions and go, it's all fake as soon as it's happened, but I wanted to try and get an explanation as to why this particular lorry in this picture is red and not black, and I've tried my absolute best and I can't seem to get an answer for it. I mean, if you look at the background of this picture, you can see that there's a couple of recovery trucks which are green. And if there was any doubt, here's another picture. As you can see, there's one just at the top there, and then there's the one that's about to take the trailer away. So what is this red lorry all about? If anybody else has any opinions on this, I'd love to hear it, because at the minute I've still yet to find out why there is this red lorry appearing in this particular picture. Anyway, I'll try not to lose focus on what I'm trying to achieve with this channel. So in the next video we will look at the actual footages that we were given and what I've been able to find so far, and hopefully we can tie this all in with this particular video too. So thanks for watching, and I'll get started on my next one as soon as possible.